Hello, everybody. Disconnecting and reconnecting, but who knows what'll happen with that. How is everybody doing today? Welcome everyone to the AuthorTube Sleepover live stream. I'm glad you're all here. Today we have CD Friends on the live stream for the first time ever. This is her first live stream of all time in her whole life. So it's very exciting. We are all going to go around and introduce ourselves in just a second and talk about what we're going to be working on today, but I'm very happy you're all here, and then we will go through the chat as well. Good to see some people here already. That's wonderful. CD, since this is your first live stream, do you want to introduce yourself and your channel and all that?
Sure. Okay. Hi, I'm CB. I'm a teenage writer of YA fantasy novels. Hopefully I have one, but I'm working on the second and the third.
Nice.
My channel, so far I've only done 3 videos, but I'm planning on talking about like writing advice, what's like being a teenager and a writer. And yeah, I'll figure it out as I go.
That's awesome. I love that. And that's cool that you're, working on novels already as a teenager. I feel like a lot of people wait not just until they're adults, but until they're elderly to start writing. It's something that I've noticed when I go, like not on YouTube, like a lot of AuthorTubers are younger because we're cool with technology and stuff. But when you go, when I would go to like writer conferences and writer meetups and things, it was like I was always the age of people's grandkids. Like they were always like, "Oh, that's so nice. I waited until I retired to take the risk of writing a book." So very good.
Yeah, my only other public appearance as a writer was at an expo at the local library, and I was the youngest person there by at least 40 years. It was a lot of fun. I had like a history guy on one side and like a Christian writer on the other, and I'm sitting there and the history writer is just quizzing me on what I know about the Civil War, and I'm like, I'm not a good student.
That's very odd, but that happens. It's gonna happen. Thinking about all the panels I've been on, that sounds like a regular occurrence. Yes. Great. Doll, introduce yourself.
Hello there, humans. I am Dulcie Silverno, the partially blind alien from a distant galaxy who's a known voices author. I write sci-fi, poetry, and I like to explore other genres with my short stories. I have a YouTube channel. I stream every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And what else do I need to say? I don't know. Oh, we are starting a podcast with RK Gold. It's called The Runaway Nomads, and we're going to be discussing Avatar: The Last Airbender, so that's a thing. So, that thing happened because of these streams, these sleepovers, because here's where I met RK, so happens. I don't know. And I'm also a co-host of another thing that's called AuthorTube Karaoke. BC is going to talk about that later. But yeah, I'm basically everywhere, and if you want to collab with me, I'm open. If I will find the time, I'll do something. Yeah.
I love it when new collabs are born on this stream. Like, the only thing more exciting than that was when I found out people were networking at my wedding, and one of my friends networked with my boss at my wedding and got a job. Like, that was the most exciting thing that ever happened in my small business owner heart. RK, tell us about yourself and your channel and your 10 million podcasts.
I want to hear more about your wedding, honestly. I mean,
I'll tell you about my wedding. Tell me about your channel first, then I'll tell you about my wedding.
Will do. I mean, I want to get a LinkedIn invite to everyone's weddings in the future.
Dude, I should have been. Well, that's even my parents, when I was sending out invitations, they're like, "Are you sure you don't want to invite this person? It would be good to network with them." And I'm like, I don't want to network at my wedding. Other people can network at my wedding, but I'll network at someone else's wedding.
When were you married again? What year was it?
2017. At the end of 2017, I got married. So
okay, so that
years I've been married.
I wasn't sure if Trump or Obama was president, because I was going to say, like, you could have just sent I think my brother sent an invite to Obama just because why not? Like, and they sent.
I mean, I still could have sent an invite to Obama because he was like back in Chicago then, I think. So he would have been local.
That would have been awesome, and then you could have gotten like a handwritten no thank you.
Well, yeah. Okay,
No.
fun fact, I realized Michelle Obama and my mom both lived like in the same area of Chicago in the early 60s. So I'm kind of like, I wonder if they ever ran into each other. Probably not. I imagine she would have told me that but maybe they did. I don't know.
Dude, your mom is like the opposite of a your mom joke, because like whenever someone says something really positive, I just want to say your mom, like about Dolores.
Yeah, my mom's a sweetheart. She's really nice. There's
Yeah,
not
you
much
seem
to say
generous. Yeah, your
about
mom.
her.
My mom is a star. I love my mom.
Yeah. Anyway, tell me about tell everyone about your channel or your podcast or whatever.
Did you say podcast? As far as my channel is concerned, I react to music that people tell me to react to. Doll single-handedly got me 600 subs, so if any of you have good taste in music and want to help me grow my channel, thanks.
I'll do a collab with you. We'll react to Planet Booty, which is my favorite band.
Yes, please. Also,
And they're a small band. They're like a band with a small following, but like an obsessive following. So
those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly in your wheelhouse.
My channel has
That's what
2 reasons.
Yeah, you want to find the bands with the small but obsessive followings because you'll rank in the search results, but then you'll also, when the people find it, they'll be like, wait, that's my favorite band. I'm subscribed. Yeah, we'll do that.
It's either bands or geographic locations, because South Africa and Finland are why my channel's growing right now. So shout out.
Finland! Yes! That's my fault.
That is entirely your fault, you Argentine alien. I was trying to think of every adjective you used to describe yourself off. But my mind is half baked. Also, CB, I take back the advice I gave you that now that you announced that you're a screenwriter. Wait a few years for that one.
You sound really muffled.
Yeah, you are a little muffled.
You're muffled.
Oh, I don't have my microphone plugged in. I'll just type like this for the rest of the night.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
With you.
Okay, yeah, and we'll do a collab. We'll react to Planet Booty. I have so many great stories about this band. I had them autograph my butt one time. One time, the man's aunt and I got locked in a bathroom stall together. So it'll be a good
Did
time.
the whole band autograph your butt?
Yeah, I had the whole band autograph.
Yeah.
They autographed my butt on a pair of shorts though, and I didn't want to wash the shorts. This is where I get this thing. So I got
You got the butt shorts.
Yeah, I got, this is the signed shorts. So Tyler made me this mannequin. He put sequins all around it as my Christmas gift. He bought this mannequin online and made it a disco ball, but so now I display my autographed shorts.
You know what? That's a solid move. Also, the skin would have been a funnier story, but the shorts are a much better decision.
Well, if they'd autographed the skin on my butt, I would have immediately had to go on and get it tattooed, which I think would have been a little bit of an impulsive choice.
Yeah. Wait, what was the band again?
Planet Booty.
Yeah, if it was like Paul McCartney, I would have said, go for it. Get the
I would still do it. They're literally my favorite band. I've never loved a band this much, so.
My bad. I did not mean to diss it.
Yeah. Anyway, BC, tell us about your channel.
What's up, writing weirdos? I am BC, and I have a channel called BC Brown Books where I get weird about words in the ways that writers can by writing them and by talking about them. So,
Awesome.
my channel, you can find me there on Mondays and Wednesdays for how-to tutorial type videos, and you can get weird with me on Fridays during my live writing stream. And you can find me on all the socials at BC Brown Books.
Fantastic. And everyone, you probably know me, but I'm Savvy from Savvy Writes Books. On my channel on Monday and Friday, I do videos about my life as a small business owner. I run a small business called Forever Home Friends, which produces children's books and stuffed animals based on real rescue dogs and their journeys of getting adopted. In addition, my channel focuses on dramatic drama-style video essays all about roasting business scammers, finding the people out there who want to sell you weird business courses and sell you the concept of making your dreams come true. I don't like that, so we roast that. Recently, my channel got to like 3,400 subscribers because I put up a video on Monday about Rachel Hollis's divorce, and everyone was here for that apparently. So I think that was pretty great. So let's take a look in the comments and see who's here. Devin Cutting is first. Howdy, Devin. Audra says, hello, I'm watching a Twitch stream until this starts. Excellent. Jeannie Marcella says, hi there. Hello there. Alley Cat says, hey, what's up, Alley Cat? Megan Aldridge says, hello. So, whoa. Oh, Barbara's stopping by to like. Thank you, Barbara. I don't know if you're still here, but either way.
What a champ.
Thank you. Yes, Mary says, Audra says, thought about a hot toddy, but it's too hot for that. You're correct. Kathleen says, hello. Kat Benson. Kira May Petty, hello. Hello as well to Bonnie Phillips Wrights. Hello to Tuesday's Art. And to DJ Sage Mode. I love that name, DJ Sage Mode. A few people saying hi to CB for being on the stream. Bonnie misses going to boot camps and conferences. Yeah, I miss going out in public. Sherry Turkle.
Hey, Sherry's the best.
What's up, Sherry? Aphrodite Lee is here. Hello, Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is also the best. We're Facebook friends now.
Yes, I love Aphrodite. Aphrodite, I think I told you this, but I got your novel Shattered in the mail, and I'm super excited to read it. Steven is here. Hello, Steven. QWERTY is here. I love QWERTY, right? Because it's like the keyboard QWERTY at the top of the keyboard, but it's also like Word. I just think that's the best name. I love it. Oh, Steve's here again. What up, Steve? If I let Steve on the stream, I'll debate him so hard that the internet breaks just like last week. Audra says, my high school U.S. history teacher went to the same high school as Obama at the same time. That's exciting. I wonder what he was like in high school. Steve says, Dahl needs to help me. I'm not sure with what. But
oh, that was definitely with the Finns.
Oh, with getting a Finland audience? Audra is singing.
Oh my god, Monty Python. Sorry.
Monty Python.
It's from Spam-A-Lot.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Morgan Lee. Hello, Morgan. Audra says, my work is done for the summer. Excellent.
Woo.
Adega Outlaw says, good late night writing. Hello, Adega. Leora. Hello, Leora. Glad you're here. Leora also says, just finished eating, but I'm hungry, so going back for more food. Debbie is here. Hello, Debbie. Heidi Lynn is here. Hello, Heidi. Devin says, disco doll, because she was disco. Heidi says, U.S. history is fucking weird. You're not wrong. It's very weird. And Barbara says, I'm going to let you guys play in the background so you get the view time. Barbara, you're the best.
Like, yay.
Give it up for Barbara. Thank you so much. And Aphrodite, yes, I'm so excited to read your book. I cannot wait to hear, or I cannot wait to give you my thoughts because I can't wait to read the story. It sounds really good. Oh, wow, I got caught up on comments. I went really fast. That was great. So today, I've got a lot of stuff I want to work on during the sprint. I'm curious what everyone else is working on, too. So to start off, Dahl, what are you going to be working on tonight?
I'm working on setting up this thing so you can see me, because whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be working on my short story. I don't know. Am I on camera even? I don't even know. Yeah. And that's my face. Hi.
Hi.
No, you cannot see me? No.
We
Hang
can
on,
see you.
there.
Savvy glitched. Or froze,
Whee!
rather.
Savvy froze.
Yeah, we
You
can
can
see you.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi.
Hey.
This is me.
The lights are cool.
It's my Aurora lamp. That's my brand at this point.
Mhm.
So, Dolly, you said what you were working on, right?
Short story, yes.
Okay.
Who else?
RK, what about you? What are you working on?
I'm working on staying awake. I have my children's, my middle grade book. I'm still on chapter 20 because I basically have to rewrite the thing. So that's fun. That's a fun chapter. Whew.
Cool. Cool. So I am working on my dark fantasy manuscript tonight. It's on my second draft, which means I have a lot of fill in the gap scenes where I just wrote, this needs to happen here. And that's all I wrote. So
They do the thing.
And do the thing, yeah, exactly. So that's what what I'm working on tonight.
Well, I'm working on typing up the edits for the re-release of my first book, Shadows of the Willow Tree. I published it like 2 years ago, but I knew nothing about writing or publishing or anything, so it was kind of crap. And by kinda, I mean really. So I'm fluffing it all up and re-releasing it and making it actually like enjoyable.
So that sounds exactly like my very first book, CB. That I published. It was definitely not the best writing I could do, that's for sure. But I released it anyway. And so
I made a joke. I said, Savvy's back. Stop talking shit about her.
Yeah, guys, my computer just shut down out of nowhere. It does that sometimes. I really need to get like a webcam to attach to my desktop computer because this laptop is a hand-me-down and it's old and it like randomly just shuts down.
Every gadget I possess, everything is like a hand-me-down and everything is old and everything is breaking apart. That's basically me.
Yeah. Who were we on then in terms of what we're working on?
CB.
CB. Yeah.
Oh, we were discussing first novels and how I'm re-releasing mine.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, it's like the first one of a trilogy. So, and the second and third books are like, I'm doing the whole like hiring a professional editor and stuff like that, doing beta readers. But I didn't know that was a thing on the first one.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, the first book I put out, I was just like, I'll just upload a file and see what happens.
Yeah, I was like, I spent 8 hours on Word formatting. It must be perfect. I don't need to check it.
Right.
So,
yeah, that was Beauty King for me. And then I looked back at it 3 years later and was like, this cover looks bad. So I redid the cover and now I feel much better.
My front cover is the only thing I like did professionally because I knew someone through like scouting that is like a professional author and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Time, only one I knew. And she was like, here's my cover designer. And I'm like, cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
All right.
I was talking about that on our stream today, like the one that I have on my channel. We were talking about professional editors and stuff, because I had other blind writers with me. We were, the perspective from blind writers and experiences with editors and stuff like that. So yeah, don't just post your first novel. Don't do that.
Great. Did everyone else say what they were working on while I was gone? Cool.
DC, I think.
Yeah, no, I think everybody already did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, what I'm working on is illustrations for the Fifth Forever Home Friends book. I got behind on illustrations this past week. So now I'm working on some new art where I'm doing a collage style, half acrylic paint and washi tape, half digitally computer illustrated picture of a husky climbing a mountain in Canada. So that's what I'll be working on today.
I want that husky!
The husky's very cute. He has 2 different eyes. He has one blue and one brown eye.
Yeah, I remember that.
I love that.
So, all right, let's see who's here. Divided by Sight says hello. Hello, good to see you.
Hi, Lauren.
Bonnie Phillips is working on second draft edits. Excellent. Leora is working on Witches and Demons Chapter 21. Just started a new point of view, which is my newly out non-binary witch. I absolutely love that.
Whee!
Audra says almost at my midpoint. That's exciting. Kat Mosher says dropping in, saying hi, and hitting the like button. We'll watch replay later because I have work tomorrow. Get a good night's sleep. It's important.
And also Kat was part of the...
Hello.
Hi.
Leora says freezing hosts Wednesday. Yeah, because Leora kept dropping out on her stream earlier, too. Kathleen says, it's so nice to see you, doll.
Yeah, here I am. I don't know. I feel like
it's Doll. People are here like, whoa, we can see Doll as a human, or sorry, as an alien.
as
In
an
her
alien
humanoid
disguised as a
form.
human.
In her humanoid
Yeah.
form.
Doll is an
Yeah.
alien disguised as a human right now. I love it. Cherry Turquoise working on outlining the dark fantasy and hoping to start working on draft 2 of the horror dark fantasy novel. Very exciting. Divided by Sight is working on a short story. Very fun. Aphrodite is trying to keep her short story short. I understand the struggle. Mary says, I'm going to be working on notes for Shadows of the Past and or my series Bible. Yaza H is here and says, heya, what's up? Heidi says, I'm working on Magic in the States. I have too much salt. There's never too much salt. DJ Sage Mode says, felt that Aphrodite. Aphrodite wants, CB, what's the title of your book?
Shadows of the Willow Tree. It was up for a while, but I took it down, so it's like available for pre-order right now.
Oh,
The
cool.
re-release pre-order.
Pre-order on Kindle?
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon.
Kindle.
Okay, cool. I'll have to pre-order that. That's awesome. Divided by Sight says, thanks again, Doll. Keelan says, oh, Kitty. Hello, Kitty.
This is Ash. He's one of my 3 cats that will probably be stopping by.
Keelan says, won't be here for long, but wanted to say happy sleepover, and hopefully I can make a sprint or 2. Excellent. Audra's internet keeps glitching. It's happening to a lot of us today. Morgan says, working on outlining a thriller romance thing. I don't know what it is yet. That's all good. Steve says, I have a half dozen collab projects to write bars for. Collabs are the best, I understand. DJ Sage Mode says, trying to maintain my sanity as I world build.
It's a mood.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Sounds boring. Embrace the insanity.
Keelan says that Sherry's dark fantasy sounds awesome. Jeannie is finishing up her urban fantasy. Devin is saying hi. Debbie is working on comics. Tuesday's Art says, this is the first time I caught the beginning and I'm not sure what to do. Work on some art if you want. I'll be working on art, so we can both be working on art. Awesome. Oh, and then a few people calling out the cute kitty. Well, I got caught up on the comments, which is great. So let's do a sprint. I'm going to pull up one of Doll's cool timers.
Thank you.
Of course.
RK, is your future so bright?
I just felt like putting them on. Besides, now you can't tell if my eyes are open or closed.
You could be sleeping. We would never know.
That's how I write best.
20-minute timer up.
I don't consider it a successful writing sprint if I don't get one cheap implant on the keyboard with just like the F key all the way across the page every 3 times.
Oh, yes, there we go. All right, everybody, get ready for our first sprint. And here we go.
Oh, shush. Savi, please mute me. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey. Back from the sprint. During that sprint, in addition to my work, I watched RK Gold's video reacting to Nightwish.
Which one? I have two.
Are you up too?
Which one?
I watched the
Yeah.
one.
Which one?
I don't know. I think
Look
it was
at Doll
the
being
first
all
one.
excited. What was the thumbnail? Was it?
I don't know. I didn't look at the thumbnail. I found the video.
Okay, but what? Okay, but what?
I think
Which
she was
song or what was the song about?
Like, she was singing about like some cosmic stuff, and there was a Shakespeare quote.
Okay, Shoemaker. Yeah,
Shoemaker. That was it. Yeah.
Shoemaker. Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I was trying to read the comments because I'm like, whoa,
I
these
adore
comments, there are
that
some hardcore
song.
people who are like, okay, if you want to truly appreciate this band, you need to listen to these songs in this order and research these. I'm like, dude, that's cool. I'm glad you're into that, but like, that's not.
You're intense.
Yeah.
An overwhelming majority of them are really nice, though.
They are very intense.
Are you doing ASMR?
Yes.
Anyway, it was a great video. I'm glad I watched it. What did everyone do on their sprint? How did everyone do on everything? I'll say
I am editing that short, and it's hard.
You're editing?
Yeah, it's hard. And also that short story that I'm editing is that one about a Nightwish song. So it's another Nightwish song, not the ones that the RK have heard of, but another one.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Great. So,
I don't want to steal. I didn't mean to cut in on you. Sorry.
no, you're fine. Go for it.
Well, I was really pumped because outside of writing, before I got into writing, I had to play a game of chess, and I whooped this Italian kid.
Nice.
Like, he came in trying to act. He was white. His pieces were white, so he got to go first. Comes in strong, tries to use the Scottish opening for me, just whooped him, and then I knocked out 230 words.
Wow. Huh. At first I was like, wow, you're just fucking around and playing chess. And you're like, no, actually, I wrote a ton, too. Jeez.
I was just on a bit of a high from that.
Yeah, also, is that on your Discord?
What, chess? No,
Yeah?
I just play on chess.com. I have an account for when I'm sober and an account for when I'm stoned because I don't want me being high to ruin my score.
That's smart.
Okay, so that Italian
That's a good
person
idea.
is not watching this thing.
I should make a separate, like, drunk Animal Crossing town. See what happens.
That would be the most hardcore Animal Crossing town in the best way.
Yeah.
That'd be Planet Booty Animal Crossing town.
Awesome. Great. CB and BC, the palindrome of people. What did you each work on or get done?
I finished editing chapter 13, which introduces a major character, so that was fun.
Awesome.
And then I got to start on chapter 14, and just like reading, cringing, realizing I've gotten better, and like coming to terms with that. Like, yes, it's bad, but I can fix it.
Great.
So
awesome. BC, how about you?
So,
Where did Doll go? She'll be back.
You can't continue without Doll. The stream doesn't exist without him.
So, I procrastinated is what I did.
Yes!
yeah.
No, I was really just having a hard time focusing on the manuscript, so I thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll go and I'll watch a little 5-minute something funny on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I'm doing pretty good. And then I went back and was like, still can't focus. So I should watch something else that's real quick. And that's kind of how that just kept going.
Yeah.
That's fair. As I said,
Oh shit,
I
I'm
watched-
sideways.
Yeah, you're sideways.
We'll join you.
Yeah, RK's sideways too. It's okay. You guys can just both be sideways. Oh wait, Doll's fixing it.
No.
She's diagonal.
I'm
It's the
describing
new
your doll.
style.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Doll, we're in this
I'm
together.
trying.
We're like High School Musical.
We're First it kicks me out of the stream. Then I try to come back and I try to put the camera. Okay, let's put the phone sideways so I can put the charger. No, the camera is gonna be sideways. Oh, screw this thing.
Yeah, so I watched your guys' video about Nightwish, which was great, and I also got most of the shading done on the mountain and the base color done on the dog. So the next sprint will be for shading and drawing the fur on the dog, which always takes the longest.
Nice.
See the chat. Devin says, now I have sunglasses at night playing in my head from when RK put on sunglasses at night. Which is not a bad song. I quite often have that song stuck in my head in the evening and love to run down the block playing it on my phone. Which apparently that was BC's plan the whole time. But it's okay because Devin really likes 80s music. Agreed. Zoink says, howdy, folks. Howdy, Zoink. That's a fun name. DJ Sage Mode says, I need help making this world. Who would have thought a world full of mystical creatures would be difficult? Who would have thought? I'm shocked. Megan Holly says, sorry I'm late. Just saw this pop up in my notifications. No worries whatsoever. I guess I could say we just got started. We've been going for almost an hour. But in my opinion, that's still just getting started because we have lots more to get done. Divided by Sight is editing a video. Leora emphasizes there's no penalty for being late on my stream. That's true. No penalty whatsoever. Yeah, Megan's, I've been meaning to catch one of these writing sleepovers. I got a bunch of ideas I need to get out of my head and on paper. Yes, this is the place to do it. Writing streams are the best way to write. I agree. Leora also got half a page of dialogue. Zoink once again says hi. Hello, Zoink. I like your name. QWERTY says, I only got 165, but was mostly on a call with my mom. That's pretty great. I need to call my mom tomorrow. I can't forget that. Audra says 208. Excellent.
Nice.
Alley Cat did 36
Yeah,
words and
Thursdays
uploaded
are
a vlog.
Mondays.
Yeah, tomorrow I need to do a bunch of filming.
Yeah, so
Working on a video about Scientology, so get excited.
Oh,
The ultimate scam.
You're going.
Starting to go
That's
down the
some
side.
Does anyone?
Because I keep getting comments whenever I put up a Grant Cardone video where people are like, when are you going to talk about his involvement with Scientology? I'm like, one day. So
Have you guys seen those videos of the guys projecting sucks on Scientology buildings? So like Scientology and the guys will project sucks underneath it.
I have
And
not
it's
seen
just-
that.
And they've been like traveling around the city and they keep getting called the cops on them. So they're trying to find a way where they can legally, because they're legally allowed to project it, they just can't find an area they can park their truck where they can like reach it. So they have this like whole video series of them keep getting interactions with the cops.
I'm going to look that up. That's amazing.
It's really funny.
Sounds interesting.
Bonnie says, added a spicy line, half a page edited. I'm excited for your spicy line. Leora read, uploaded a vlog as uploaded a dog. It's like, you wouldn't download a car. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yes, the
When they used to have those like at the movie
anti-theft
theater
commercials
before the
at the
movie would go, the anti-theft commercial that would be like, you wouldn't steal a car, so why will you illegally download music? And then people were changing it to like, you wouldn't download a car.
Yeah.
So someone uploaded a dog. Mary labeled tabs in her series Bible binder. That is
Oh, shit.
excellent. Kathleen is editing a video, which is great. Kathleen's videos have been excellent lately. A lot of interesting stuff about some diet scams out there. So if someone is trying to sell you on doing a diet, look at Kathleen's videos first to see if that diet is just something they're trying to make money off of, or if it's actually good for you. Megan Hawley got half a page written. Excellent. Shelby writes, got some beta reading done. I love it.
I am literally a writer in the dark now. So anyway, I'm finding the light. Where the crap is my light?
Just following like Doll as like a movie, as a little plot going on, a subplot of this stream is
Show the character.
Okay, I'm not a writer in the dark anymore.
Yay!
writer with many beautiful lights.
Do y'all think Zelda is the GOAT of RPG games?
Never played Zelda. I've watched my brother play it, but I've never played it.
I'm not a huge fan of the Zelda games, which I feel like makes me a terrible millennial because I feel like I'm supposed to love them, but they were never my thing. I'm not sure what the best RPG is.
I'm just over here thinking about how wonderful Nintendo is. Blech,
I love Nintendo in general. I think it's probably my favorite like game producing company. Other than I guess like Capcom, but I think they're like affiliated with Nintendo in some way, or they make games for Nintendo systems, so
Zelda is OP, don't get me wrong. See, DJ Sage Mode is somewhat agreeing.
Okay, I'm not down there yet, but I'm sure you and DJ Sage Mode should do a stream where you play Zelda.
I'm down. I mean, I don't own it, but I'm down.
You don't? You think it's the best game of all time and you haven't played it?
No, I don't think it's the greatest game of all time. I just was talking to a bunch of other people who are really into gaming and they think it is.
Oh, you don't think it is. You were just asking, you were like taking a public opinion poll.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it. Heidi wrote down 22 states. Fantastic. I had a dream this is so stupid and you guys probably won't care. I had a dream last night that one of my friends moved to a state that started with M and I couldn't think of which M state it was, and so I was singing the 50 Nifty United States song in my head over and over again, being like Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. And I was going over and over again, trying to through all the M states, and I was like, it's none of these. It's not. I know it's an M state, but it's not any of these, and I can't remember. That was like my whole dream was just that.
I never learned the song, so if I had to name off the 3 states or like die, I would just be gone.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's only because of that song that I can sing all 50 states in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
but,
same thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm
good.
I still have to learn a few of the states. I mean, it's not that I don't know them, but like I've never been there, so I consider myself pretty decent for a foreigner.
Yeah, well, if you ever come to Chicago, any of you guys, open invitation. Come to Chicago, stay on my couch, we'll have a party, it'll be great. Sherry Turquoise says, just finished this character's name in the horror dark fantasy novel and this book as well. Awesome, very good. Morgan Lee brainstormed
Sherry,
some ideas.
we have to stream. Sherry. We have to figure out that.
Leora got 114 words. Tuesday's art jumped between projects and couldn't focus. Understandable.
I feel ya.
Very understandable. I feel ya.
And Leora also grilled some zucchini. That sounds great. Zoink says was working on a job resume, and grilled zucchini sounds good. It really does. Oh, Audra was saying one of Lisa's guests' sideways screen happens to... Yeah, this morning on Lisa's stream, Robert's screen was sideways for like the last 15 minutes of it. Divided by Sight says, watch the Black Widow trailer today. It looks amazing.
I'm so excited for that movie.
Is there's going to be a Black Widow movie? I stopped paying attention to like big release movies because I'm like, I'm done with these.
See, I've been raised on Marvel, so I've seen like every Marvel movie in theaters, and they own my soul, and I can't escape because
that's fair.
I recognize that Disney has problems, but I just love Marvel movies so
Yeah.
much.
I'm
Yeah.
with you there. I'm with you there. I just love them.
Like my entire
I
shelf
wish I
is
liked
filled with
Marvel
Spider-Man.
movies more. I like Peggy Carter. I'm just in love with
Oh my
Peggy
God.
Carter. So like,
She's so amazing.
I'll watch
Amazing.
Captain America, the first one, over and over again just to like.
I
And then
literally
I'll
watched
just
that
like
last
Google
night.
pictures of Haley Atwell because really I just want to look at her. So
She's so cool.
If she had a
Haley Atwell
Patreon,
is
would you
so
would you be
cool.
a monthly contributor?
Oh, yeah. RK knows that I have this problem with being a simp. Like I'm a 27-year-old woman. I should not be a simp, but I am. That like I find like e-girls that I think are cute, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna join her Patreon so I can say hi in her Discord, and then I stop myself from doing it because I'm like, this is simp behavior, and I can recognize it and put a stop to it. I have that power.
That's the first step.
It's the first step. But yes, if Haley Atwell had a Patreon and it gave me Discord access, I would absolutely be in it.
Would you upgrade
cool.
for that monthly Skype call?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I would upgrade for the monthly Skype call. Should I put a monthly Skype call in my Patreon? I don't think I should because I'm pretty easy to access in the first place.
Yeah, become really closed off for like 3 months and then add it.
Yeah, if like I make it so that no, because like if anyone DMs me, I answer them. If anyone wants to collab, I collab with them. I'm very like available. Courtney says you want to download a pizza.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Awesome.
No.
Okay, DJ Sage Mode says Zelda is OP. Don't get me wrong. Vali Schaefer, tell me if I'm saying that wrong, says Zelda was my first video game and the reason I got back into writing. That's awesome. Divided by Sight also says I like Zelda, fave video game. So Heidi says Zelda, Pokemon, and Fire Emblem are my holy trinity. Forty says the greatest game of all time is Minesweeper. I like.
Oh
okay,
my God.
I like that. Every week we somehow fall into a theme. This week it's just like which video games we like. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's more OP, lightning or fire?
I'm talking about Avatar.
The Avatar, maybe.
The greatest.
The greatest game of all time is slightly scandalous cedar cards. I don't know what that is.
I like the alliteration though.
It's
Yeah.
fun. Fire Emblem characters are in Super Smash Ultimate. You know, here's my problem with any Super Smash game is I only ever want to play as Isabelle. Again, it's my simp nature.
I was
I'm in love
about
with
to ask
Isabelle.
that.
Am I a simp for this cartoon dog? Yes, I am. So I can't. I'm like, I don't want to play as any other character. I just want to be Isabelle. Great. All right. So everyone's. Oh, Jamie's here. Hello, Jamie. Glad you're here.
Hi,
I always love
Jamie.
this because Jamie and Mary are best friends. So Mary's always
Co-authors.
like, bestie. Yeah, co-authors. Audra's been to 23 states. That's probably more than
Wow.
me, and I live here. I mean, Audra, do you live here? I can't keep track of who lives where. I know that a lot. I have a lot of people on this stream all over the world. But yeah, I don't travel much at all. Devin has
I've
been
gone-
to 2 states. That's more reasonable.
Yeah, I've gone up and down the East Coast, and then I drove to, or I didn't drove, but I've been to Texas and back driving. So,
Okay. Yeah, I guess for the majority of my life, I hadn't been even near the West Coast. But then after I graduated college, I went to California with my family. We took like a family vacation, which we never do. It was awesome. And then I went to Colorado for my cousin's wedding. So,
I think I went to California for a wedding when I was like 2, but I clearly do not have any memories of it.
I'm going to count how many states I've been to when we go on the next sprint, because now I'm curious. I don't think it's that many, though. Eva is here. Sorry I'm late. Hello. Eva says, I had no ad. All right. This stream, I might have... Here's what's annoying. When I upload the stream, they don't get demonetized. They turn off monetization by default, and then I have to like go in the settings and turn it on. So I might have forgot to do that. So it might not be monetized. What else? Audrey says, I'm going to finish watching a show with my parents, Marcella, on Netflix. That sounds cool. Slightly Sandalous Cedar, am I saying that right? Like Passover? Seder. Oh, it's a game that Leora plays to make Passover unboring. I like that. I've never celebrated Passover, but I like the Rugrats Passover episode. And my friend and I celebrate Hanukkah.
I'll invite you over next year.
Yeah.
To Seder. You and Tyler.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll come. Yeah, I have my best friend is Jewish, but is obsessed with Christmas. So, like, she spends Christmas with my family because her family doesn't do Christmas because they're Jewish. So she and I will celebrate Hanukkah, and then she'll come to like my family's Christmas just because she's like a Christmas sweaters and Christmas music all year and wants to do all the Christmas festivities person. So she's just like, Christmas is like a hobby for her. I like it.
Like all of the better movies. I mean, we got 8 Crazy Nights.
DJ Sage Isabel gives everybody the works no matter what, so you are allowed to sin. I should get my Isabel plushies back there somewhere. I need to get her. Yeah. Isabel, I think Isabel is the greatest character of all time. Audra's in California.
No, Zabby, that's not true.
Not Isabel?
The best character of all time is Toph.
I love Toph.
I don't know who that is.
It's from Avatar.
Of course it's from Avatar.
Like, guys, last stream I wrote down, like, planning on asking Adele what she thought of Toph. Because we're talking about Avatar again. I was like, I have to ask her what she thinks.
Well, apparently I'm Ang. Ang, is that how you say that?
Ang.
I'm Ang.
Well, Ang is how M. Night Shyamalan said it in his movies. So.
Oh, well, I don't want to be M. Night Shyamalan. He fucked that movie up.
You don't want to. We don't talk about that Shyamalama, whatever. We don't talk about Shyamalama.
Savvy.
We don't talk about
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
What?
I'll watch Star Trek.
What? What? Sorry, I can't hear.
Oh, that was my bad. I said I'll watch Star Trek if you watch Avatar.
Yeah, okay, well, RK, since you're on a podcast spree, you want to make a Degrassi podcast?
Sure, yeah.
We'll make a podcast where we talk about every Degrassi episode.
I'm down.
We'll even watch the kids of Degrassi Street.
Yeah, why not?
We still have to figure out our schedule for the Runaway Nomads.
This is great. I love it.
I'm just excited to get a time turner soon so I can go back in time and record all these podcasts.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the last time I was on a podcast with RK last weekend, and
the audio file got corrupted, so we couldn't.
That's probably for the best, because, dude, I was drunk off my ass. I don't even know if I probably said some stupid shit on that podcast.
The stupidest. It was the best.
Oh, did I?
RK, how was that MP3 file? Was that okay?
I'm not gonna lie, I have not listened yet. Today was a little busy.
I think we talked about Star Trek for a really long time.
Yeah, we talked about. Well, you and Gray could honestly have a Star Trek podcast.
I would love to have a podcast episode that's just like 2 hours of me and Gray talking about Star Trek, because that was great. But then I remember we talked about something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think I asked him his opinions on Joe Biden or something, which I shouldn't have done because I just hate politicians. I hate all of them. Oh, yeah, and we talked about conspiracy theories for a little bit.
We talked about conspiracies. We talked about what conspiracies we believe. What conspiracies we still believed in. We agreed that Epstein doesn't count as a conspiracy because he's obviously did not. He
obviously didn't kill himself. The only reason I don't have my Epstein didn't kill himself bracelet on right now is because it's not easy to draw with jewelry on.
Yeah. And then I think we started off talking about. I think we talked about simping. I think that's what we started.
Did we talk about simping? Probably. I was drunk, so I talked about whatever popped in my head, and a lot of times I didn't know what was going on.
Took 2 pee breaks too.
Oh yeah. I had to pee because I was drinking so much bourbon.
Oh, sad.
And then after that, I went and played Persona 4, but I didn't know what was going on in that game either at all. So
we got the Grassy fans in the comments.
Yes, that's great.
Woo!
Okay, great. People talking about how many states they've been to, which is great because I don't know how many states I've been to. Jamie says, I live in a dinky town in northwest Georgia where you are guaranteed to run into someone you know when you make a run to the store, but we have a Walmart.
You have Walmart.
Walmart is my favorite place to go on Black Friday because you can watch some shit go down. Like,
So I used to work at Walmart, and Black Friday was the worst, especially Black Friday if you were in electronics or toys. And I was the toy department. I was the toy department manager during Black Friday because I was covering for the manager. She was out on maternity leave. I was like, you planned this shit. You planned it so you'd miss Black Friday and you'd miss Christmas. Damn it. And she's like, maybe I did. And
I would like to apologize on behalf of myself. I let myself in Black Fridays of the past, I would let my full inner white trash self come out, and like 1 year, I think it was 2011, I went shopping on Black Friday and I went to Walmart with my cousins, and I was like diving under crowds of people to get a 50% off collection of Big Bang Theory DVDs. To be fair, it was 2011. So, Big Bang Theory DVDs were a hot commodity in 2011. Now that sounds so terrible.
I got a concussion 2 years in a row during Black Friday, and 1 year I broke my wrist.
Okay.
That's awful. I don't go out on Black Friday.
You.
I don't anymore. I used to because I thought it was so fun. Oh, we got the Degrassi fans. I love Degrassi.
Wait,
Degrassi.
are we really just going to skim over that Bethlehem comment?
Oh, wait, sorry. Where did I go? Where is it? Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, how did I... I'm sorry. That's an amazing comment. Israel doesn't have a Christmas. I mean, we are literally where Jesus was born. Old City Jerusalem is a sight. Dude, I bet that's amazing. I bet that's gorgeous. Send pics. Pics or it didn't happen.
I just wanted to respect that and all of the gods there for a second, because clearly the world is coming to an end with the plague, the apocalypse, China and India going to war, a dust cloud coming over from Africa, a meteorite about to hit Earth. Like, I wanted to just show respect to the Holy Land there.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I think if any of us are religious, we should all double down right now because we're all gonna need it.
I've been praying to so many gods lately.
Just like this year is wild.
Yeah.
Are we talking seriously, or are you guys just joking around?
I don't know, dude.
China.
No, we're not joking about that. About the
China and India?
China and India. No, they're actually they started fighting yesterday. I think there was like 20 dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did not really go that dark that quick. Sorry, guys.
No,
I'm going to pull a comment from out of context where Heidi said this went dark, and I love it.
That was probably about the Epstein.
Oh, it was way earlier. Yeah. So. All right. Eva says F Target because Eva worked at Target. I was grateful for having only to put up with the employees who hated working that day than the shoppers who hated employees that day. I will say I was a trashy Black Friday shopper, but I was never mean to employees, and I never destroyed things because
that counts.
I didn't want to be an awful person.
Something.
But I was the person in line at the Kohl's at 5 minutes before midnight, watching people cut in front of each other and yell at each other and try to drive around the block to get ahead. Man, Black Friday's wild. It's great. Zoink says, I love how everybody is being reintroduced to Avatar: The Last Airbender lately. M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar film is something. It is. It's something else.
It's awful.
Can I give a shout out?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say, can I give a shout out to his Glass universe though? Because those movies are fantastic.
I haven't seen those.
I haven't seen them, but they look really cool.
It's like Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass. The trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay. I watched The Happening. The Happening was terrible.
Yes, it was.
I feel like though M. Night Shyamalan deserves some respect. Like, he started off making The Sixth Sense, and The Sixth Sense, like that was great. The Sixth Sense was great.
Did you do Signs too, or no?
Yeah,
Yes, he did Signs. I do like that movie.
Signs was decent. I remember I watched The Village. I thought it was okay when it came out. My mom loved it. Now when I look back on it, I think it was bad.
Yeah.
Did he do a Transformers movie? Like one of the
Did
Transformers?
I know Michael Bay did.
Michael Bay did.
Oh, no, it
I
was
thought
Michael
Michael Bay
Bay
did all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Friday at our Walmart is like a stampede from Jumanji. Oh man. Leora says, I pay my taxes and cast my votes in the Holy Land.
You go, Glen Coco.
Wait, what did I miss? Halfway done with what?
The year.
Oh, shit, you're right. So much has happened. 2019 feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
No, and if you think that's gonna be like, 2020 is gonna be over and things are gonna be different, no, honey, no, this is just the beginning of the decade.
Yeah, this whole decade is just gonna go worse and worse.
Wait, no, this decade's going to be my 20s.
Yeah. Exactly. The 20s are, everybody's 20s are like wild. Everybody's.
I don't know. My 20s weren't that wild. Actually, they at the beginning they were. I guess I did a lot of Black Friday shopping in my early 20s. Mary went with Jamie. They went to the Walmart on Black Friday. The town I grew up in is right next to Bethlehem. Eva says, everyone prepared for the zombie apocalypse, didn't expect brainless living beings, more dead beings seeking brains. We were close. All right. Great. All right, cool. A bunch of things about M. Night Shyamalan. So let's get back to another sprint. I think we got to do sprinting again. So I'm going to pull up the timer again. Let's go back to.
So now that people are actually seeing me on camera, they know that the timer. Now they know how the timer was made because it's basically my lamp on a wall.
That's so cool that the timer is like what's actually in your space.
Yeah.
Yeah, so during this sprint, Savvy, I'm actually going to have to bounce for the night.
Oh, that's fine. All right, guys, then before we start this sprint, BC, for people who didn't start at the beginning, reintroduce your channel and tell us about yourself before you sign off.
Hey, Writing Weirdos, I am BC, and my channel is BC Brown Books, where we get weird about words in the ways that only writers can by writing them. So I like to post videos every Monday and Wednesday with the how-tos of writing, publishing, and marketing books for mostly indie authors, but really any authors would benefit from the advice. And I host live writing streams every Friday from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also do that thing like actually writing books. I've got some out there on Amazon and all the places that you can find books. That's me in a nutshell.
Everybody remember to subscribe to BC Brown Books if you haven't already. Have a great rest of your night, BC.
Night.
Bye, BC.
Bye.
All
nice
right.
to have you.
We are going to get this sprint started. Everybody,
Let's go.
go.
Mute me. Mute me. Thank you.
I'll mute you. Hello.
So,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the sprint. How did everyone do on their work?
good. I introduced another major character.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah!
I love it.
But yeah, it went pretty quickly. I'm actually chatting with DJ
Awesome.
from the comments.
Oh,
he
fun.
goes, we're friends we just met because college stuff.
Oh, awesome. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Great. RK, how did you do?
I got super distracted by chess this time. I lost my first game, but I'm about to win the second game against this Emilio 404 from Mexico. Fucking sucks.
Emilio, you stand no chance.
Dude, 404 error. I mean, like, his name is Emilio 404. I call his chess game 404 error.
Yeah, that's a good insult. Yeah.
Burn,
You destroyed him.
I did. Have you ever watched chess trash talking on YouTube? It's hilarious.
No.
I have to
Can't
do that.
say
I
that
didn't
I
realize
did.
people were this into it, but that's great. I love
It's
it.
chess.com, and you just watch the tournament YouTube videos. It's the best gaming to watch.
Excellent. Doll, how about you?
It's very concentrated.
Doll is off in another world.
I
That is okay. She
am
is an
going
alien.
back and forth between the song and whatever I am here. No?
Yeah, you're here.
Do
You're
you
here now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shish. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was between the song and the next paragraph and just struggling with the next paragraph.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a very complex song. It's very difficult to get it right, and I'm a perfectionist, so
That's
that
understandable.
combo.
Yeah, I continued working on this dog, but I'm not quite done with him yet. So
Like a
I
pain in the back.
got a lot of work to do on this dog. Let's see how everyone else did. All right, so a few people were saying bye to BC. Awesome. Divided by Sight says that she would love to collab with me. I'm always down to collab. DM me, we'll collab. Oh, and that she wants to see me drunk. I was probably drunk last week on the stream, so you probably did see me drunk, but I'm sure I'll be again before too long. Shelby's computer bugged out, but I'm glad you're back now. Mary says, I'm trying my hand at being my own Starbucks barista. Just made a half-cap vanilla caramel macchiato using International Delight iced coffee, vanilla creamer, and decaf coffee ice cubes. That sounds
So
delicious.
fancy.
I love that.
Wow.
Bonnie, oh, I forgot to count how many states I'd been to. I was going to do that.
Sounds
I
really
forgot.
fancy.
All right, what else? Mary says, chasing it with a bottle of water to further reduce caffeine so I can get some sleep tonight, maybe. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been all over the place because I've been exhausted during the day, so I'll be like, okay, I'll take a nap for an hour. So I take a nap for an hour, and then I wake up, and I'm way too tired to get the rest of my work done. So I drink coffee, and then I can't fall asleep until like 4 in the morning because I drank coffee in the evening. It is rough, and it is not good. This working from home thing. This is how it always ends up.
That sounds like me.
Yep. Oh, yay,
That sounds
Sako
like
Tumi's
me.
here. Sako Tumi's like, you're still
That
on.
sounds
Yes,
like
we are
me.
still here. We'll probably even do
I
one
have
more
so many
sprint.
sleeping problems.
Yeah. We probably won't go as long as last week, because last week we spent like 4 hours on the stream for some
Hi,
reason.
Sako. I look like now. Now I really look like the cartoon that Sako just drew for me. So I really look like it because there's a lamp and I'm just like sitting in a similar position. And if I grab my phone, it's like
Yes,
just
I
look
love that. I love that
like the
drawing.
cartoon that she made it. I just look like it right now. Hi. That's
Sako's
me.
like, oh, I miss BC. Yes, he left just recently. He always says, I did no work. You couldn't make
That's
it.
such a mood, though.
It was 563 words and started pre-rendering a video. That's excellent. Nice. Bonnie says, spent half the stream calculating travels before got back to editing. Understandable. Mary says, I finished fixing out my series Bible binder, decided to add a section dedicated to powers. I love it.
Smart.
Sherry says, finished another character, about halfway done character building. Sako is saying something about the songs for, all the songs for karaoke. I'm excited for karaoke. Sako apparently wants to collab too. Sako, DM me. I'll collab with all of you.
This Sunday, and you have to go.
Yeah, I want to do videos with everyone. Okay, so
you come this Sunday,
and you guys come to Illinois, but you've only been to Chicago, you've not been to Illinois. I don't know if I believe that because I live in Chicago and I vote in all the Illinois elections. I am bound by the laws of the state of Illinois, and I have to pay Illinois taxes. So I think it absolutely. But I understand what you're saying in terms of Chicago, and even a decent number of the Chicago suburbs that are adjacent to it don't really represent the state as a whole. It's very different. Even though it's like probably the most populated area, the rest of the state is very spread out and unpopulated. So like I have friends who live in Illinois, 4 or 5 hour drive from me, and where they live, it's like a completely different, just a completely different world, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Because here we have a lot of buildings, and there they have a lot of corn, and that's about it. So
I live in PA, but I live like kind of near Philadelphia. So like the farther you get out to the west, like it's a totally different change. And like
which Philly suburb are you in?
I'm not sure if it's Philly suburb. It's Bucks County, that area. I don't want to be any more specific.
Oh yeah, don't dox yourself. No, I used to live in a Philly. Like I'm from Chicago, and I moved back to Chicago. But during my high school years, I lived in the Philly suburbs briefly.
Well, I've bounced around. So like I lived in Virginia. That's where I grew up, like Northern Virginia, near DC. And then I moved down to Houston, Texas, and then I moved up to Pennsylvania. So I've bounced all around the east half the U.S.
Yeah, fantastic. That's great. Yeah, I always forget that I lived there, which is weird because I lived there for years. Yeah, but it's like I'm from Chicago and I'm in Chicago, so it's like this is just kind of.
It's like a little blip.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh, but I met my husband there, so it's like I should remember it. And I half of the friends I had from high school I'm still friends with, and so I should remember that I lived there. And I remember it. Here's when I remember that I used to live by Philly. If a few times I've read fan fiction of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and everybody gets the Wawa characterization wrong. And that's when I remember that I lived there. I'll be like, this is not what the Wawa is like. You cannot buy alcohol at the Wawa because of Pennsylvania state laws. The state laws are very strict on what types of places you have to be classified for. You can buy alcohol. You cannot get it at the Wawa.
Do you know what's strangely delicious at Wawa? They have this Oreo mint hot chocolate. That is delicious.
I know they had a milkshake machine. My favorite was the sandwiches you'd order on a TV. The
hoagie or the sub or there's another word for it.
I've got to say, I hate that. That's the only thing that I wish we had out here that is out there is the Wawa. There's nothing like it. Because
and everyone here is extremely hostile towards Sheetz.
Oh yeah, there's Sheetz if you're from the east side of Pennsylvania, it's the Wawa. If you're from the west side of Pennsylvania, it's the Sheetz. They're both just upscale 7-Elevens. So it's really not. They're convenience stores that have good food at them.
Yeah,
you can order good food at these convenience stores, and that's really all it is. They have gas stations outside of them. Mm-hmm. They're not upscale establishments whatsoever, but
and the Wawas are everywhere.
They're everywhere. If you live in or near Philly, you'll find a Wawa. You could drive for less than 5 minutes and you'll pass 2 or 3 Wawas.
Yeah.
If you have, that's one of the only gas stations that there are. But But no, that's the top place I've always got to go. If I go out there to visit anyone, I'm like, oh, I need to get some.
Good to know.
I need to go to Wawa. I get like, and Wawa just has the best coffee bar. It's like they've got a whole setup.
Yeah,
They have
that's where the hot chocolate is.
flavors of creamers. Yeah, I never tried the hot chocolate. I didn't even know about it. I need to
It's like really, really good. Like strangely good. Like it shouldn't be this good.
yeah.
And then one thing I miss about living in Texas is the Whataburger, which
Oh,
my family always called
The what?
Whataburger.
I've heard
So
about the
what's a
Whataburger.
burger?
Yeah.
It's one word.
I don't think I've
It's
ever
so
been there,
good.
but it sounds good.
My dad orders their spicy ketchup like from
Oh, that
Texas
sounds
up here
good.
to put on everything instead of just normal ketchup. So he just loves their spicy ketchup.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Now I want to go to the
Whataburger?
Wawa. I wish we had one in Chicago. That's the one thing. Like, all we've got is the 7-Eleven. I don't think as far as I know, I don't think we have any regional convenience stores. Other than, like we have, like, small family-owned convenience stores, which are pretty great. I love those.
Yeah.
The
It is
small
the first time
convenience
in my
store.
life that I hear about Wawa. It really is the first
Okay,
time
to
I
be
hear about
fair, most people in the U.S. don't ever know it. Wawa
Yeah.
is basically a Philadelphia area store. There are none outside of the Philadelphia area.
It's like you know about it or you love it, and there's no in between. Or you don't know about it or you love it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's like,
Ah,
Wawa, yeah, I guess I could take it or no.
Yeah.
You either are like, that is the best convenience store of all time, or you're like, I've never heard of that place. But yeah.
Mhm. Buc-ee's in Texas.
I feel
They're
so-
like even a bigger
I
catch-all.
feel so
Oh,
Like
I've
in the
never
South.
been to Buc-ee's. I'll have to try it sometime.
They have like clothing for sale in the
That's
Buc-ee's.
I
nuts.
feel so
It's
educated
giant.
and cultured tonight, learning about something that a lot of Americans don't even know. So I
Yeah,
know
like
what Wawa is.
well, that's the thing in America, right? We're such a huge country. There's so many
Mhm.
regional differences that it's almost like completely
Yeah.
different places.
It is the other side of the pond version of Europe. Want it or not, the only difference is that America speaks English and Europe speaks like 43
lots.
languages or more.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I will
but
say
like
I
the
love
regional differences, yeah.
like going to truck stops, which is weird. Like most of my life, I'm a city person. Like I live in
Mhm.
Chicago. I couldn't like the few years that I lived outside of Philly and was like in a not even fully rural area, just like a rural side of suburban area. I was like, I cannot take this. I cannot take how all of this. There's so much land. I don't know what to do with it. Get me out of here. But I love like when I travel, I like to take the bus. Like I don't like taking planes. I find them expensive
I don't
and
like
annoying.
planes.
So I'll take the bus everywhere. And as a result, it'll be like, all right, I've got a 17, 18-hour bus ride tomorrow. We'll stop at all these truck stops. At the truck stops, they've got everything. They've got clothes for
They
sale.
do.
They've got meals. They've got, all kinds of like food
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah. So
I've never been a city person. Well, my parents don't really like living in the city, so I've obviously never lived in the city. And I lived on like a smaller farm. Like we had
Ooh.
40 chickens, 9 geese. And then I lived in
awesome.
high suburbia, like
Yeah.
giant houses because everything's bigger in Texas. We did have a bayou behind our house with crocodiles or
Are
alligators.
the
I
houses
still can't tell
actually
the
bigger in
difference.
Texas? Is that
Oh
a
my
thing?
god, they're giant.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's so
I've
it's so
been to
weird.
Texas like twice. I like Texas. I've been there twice. I wasn't there. I was always there with a purpose though. Like I went there in high school for like our debate team national championship, and then I went there in college for the Meineke Car Care Bowl of Texas because I was in our college's marching band. So I went to Texas always with a purpose. So I never explored just like what regular Texas looks like. I went to Austin and I went to Houston, and that was it.
Yeah, my school just went to Texas. It was really fun. They went to Houston. The debate team went to Houston. And I'm like, hey, I used to live there. I didn't go because I didn't win. But I was like, yeah. But yeah, everything's like so much bigger. And then I only saw one armadillo. I was so excited when I saw it because it was like as I was
Armadillos
leaving
are
the state.
so cute.
I know. Also, when I moved down to Texas, I was expecting like tumbleweeds, western, like all of that.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting cowboys just like
I like
walking down the
armadillos.
street and like
They're
duels.
nice.
But no, it was just like kind of tropical and very hot and very humid.
On this topic, Eva's like, I want to count Chicago as a state I've been to outside Illinois. You can't. It's the same. It's the same place.
It's inside.
It's the same.
It is very hot.
And that's the thing. Okay, so I was riding the train around one time, and there was this family on here who was like clearly visiting Chicago for the first time, and we were on the train, and this family sitting across from me, like one of the little kids turned to their mom and was like, so even when we take this train out of Chicago, will we still be in the same city that Chicago is in? And the mom was like, yep. And I was like, what? What was that word salad? And how did she answer that? Makes no
It's like
sense.
city or
First of all,
state.
this train doesn't go out of Chicago. This is the CTA. It's our within the city transit. So I don't know where you think this train is going. And second, like, what do you mean in the same city Chicago is in? What? So I was just like, what are you saying? And I've spent a long time trying to figure that out. Anyway,
Yeah, I love little kids like talking, but it's totally out of context.
yeah, you're like, what are you saying?
What?
Jamie played with the dog and did some reading. Very nice. Steven decided during the sprint to learn Icelandic.
Oh, that's
Sako says Doll is looking lovely.
Oh my god! Hey!
Steven also wrote
Thank you.
135
Who's learning
words.
Icelandic? Who's this person? I cannot see the comments.
Steven Whelan.
Who is this Steven?
Steven Whelan has written 135 words and wants to learn Icelandic.
Okay, till hammingur, Steven. You can practice with me.
Yeah, practice with
See,
Doll.
you have to say Icelandic, and my brain goes into this Icelandic accent thing. I get the Icelandic accent thing that immediately it's like Icelandic. Yay! Icelandic, Íslensku. It's like, sorry.
Wait,
Especially when I'm already falling asleep. I'm like kind of falling asleep, and there's like someone wants to learn Icelandic. Yow!
Just like put life back
Oh my god!
into
Don't
you.
even get me started. I'm falling asleep. And
I'm super impressed by people that can learn other languages. I've been studying
it's
German
not
for
gonna
like,
last long.
Well, as we were talking about
like
last
4
week,
years.
some of us are going to try to learn Klingon.
I was about
So
to ask. Does this
Yeah, I
bring us
remember
to our
that.
Klingon lesson right now? Should we
do.
start our Klingon lesson?
I don't know if we should start it right now, but I need to get Klingon going. I was learning it on Duolingo. The problem is that on Duolingo, right, they do things as if you have some context for what you're doing. Like they give you sentences and you're supposed to start identifying things right away. And like this doesn't really work for Klingon, which is a language that has no roots in anything real. So,
Dayaja, do you understand him? Yeah, I just learned that right now while you were talking.
last week you learned Nukhnak, which is what do you want?
Exactly. Isn't that what Klingon is? It's like very aggressive.
It's very aggressive, yes.
It's all in the tone, less in the words.
Well, you still have to
Yeah.
say the right words.
Barely.
You can't just like make aggressive noises at someone and be like, that was Klingon. A real Klingon would probably get very offended at you.
but most people wouldn't notice. They'd be like,
Most people wouldn't, but
Wow.
most Klingons would.
What do you think is more difficult or aggressive to learn? Klingon or Dothraki?
I don't know what Dothraki is.
it's from Game of
Icelandic.
Thrones.
Oh, Dal says Icelandic.
Icelandic. Yeah.
Doc, can you pronounce those volcanoes in Iceland?
All right.
Eyjafjallajökull, Órafjallajökull, Katla, and which was the other one? Yes, I can.
Let's see. Trying to address some comments. I don't want to. Asako, I was just talking about Illinois taxes tonight with my gaming group. That's a very specific conversation to have come back again. Leora says probably the same holds for if you've been to Israel, but you've only been to Tel Aviv, then you haven't been to Israel. Well, to be fair, I haven't been to Israel or to Tel Aviv or any part of Israel. Or
Tel Aviv
one time
is
I went out of
just-
the country, I went to China. Because
One time I
that's
went
where-
out of the country, I went to Scotland.
Yeah, I went out of the country the first time when I was.
You went to Scotland.
Yeah, we had a whole
Hang on,
conversation
hold-
on this stream all about
Hold your
Scotland.
horses.
Yeah.
Hold your horses. You went to Scotland?
Oh my god, it was
I
so pretty.
I think you probably did. Did you mention that on the stream?
Yeah,
I feel
I
like you were the
did.
one person who's like, I've been to Scotland. And everyone...
Yeah. It was so cool because I listened to this
it's
audiobook
so beautiful.
from the Dragonlance series. It's a very famous fantasy series. But there's a lot of spin-offs and stuff. So I was listening to one of those when I was in Scotland. So I can listen to this audiobook and close my eyes and see the Scottish Highlands, and it's so cool, and I love it.
That's
and
amazing.
I can just read it. And there's this David Tennant movie that's really funny. It's called The Decoy Bride. And it's like this rom-com, but it's set in Scotland. But he's not Scottish, which is funny because David Tennant's Scottish. And I was watching the movie, and I've been to the exact place they filmed one of the scenes, and I was just like,
Oh,
it was
that's
so cool.
a cool feeling.
That's amazing.
I watched a very very bad movie. It wasn't a good movie. It was just some indie film of sorts. I don't even remember. I just remember it was filmed in Budapest. And I was like, I completely stopped watching the movie altogether, and I was just recognizing places that I saw every day, like in my daily life in Budapest. Like, oh yeah, I have been to that street. Oh yeah, I know that place. Oh yeah, they took this monument and they made it look like it's from an unrealistic country. Yeah, it's the Citadel thing. And I was like, okay, I should really not watch movies filmed in Budapest because I just don't pay attention anymore.
So a lot of these comments are Eva and Leora just discussing their tax rates, so I'm not going to bother pulling all of those up. But Sako says, I live for Wawa, and then Eva says, the more I hear Wawa, the more I think you're making shit up. No, dude, Google it. Wawa is the best convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 minutes. Okay, guys, okay, you're talking about your property taxes. I'm glad this is fun.
That should be a chapter on savvy business.
Oh, in #7. I haven't worked on that today because I've been too busy doing my art. I should do a whole chapter about taxes. I actually might not have. I guess I'm almost done with the spreadsheet section, but I probably should have a subsection within the spreadsheet section to talk about taxes. And I guess when I talk about LLCs, I talk about taxes, but I don't talk about taxes like I don't go too deep into it because every state and every country is going to vary the process a lot. But you know what? I'm going to go a little more into just my best recommendations for how to keep track of your tax stuff.
This might be a stupid question, but what are LLCs?
Limited liability corporations. They are really, I think they're only a thing in the US. I don't think they're a thing anywhere else, but they are like if you register a business. Oh, hey, it's Chewy.
I think in Germany too.
If you have a business, you can register.
Hey, Chewy.
Tractor.
Also in Germany, I have heard that LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can register your business as a sole proprietorship if you're just going to do freelance work on your own. Yeah, and then you can register as a limited liability corporation if you want to have a business that is yourself. You are not the business. They're two separate taxable things because it's like a protection for if your business ever goes bankrupt, you personally will never have your assets taken away because of that, because your business will have all of itself taken away, but you are not the person that is your business. You're two separate entities. So that's what an LLC is. And then you could also, become an S Corp, or you could become a partnership or a whole bunch of other things, but I mostly focus on LLC because that's what I have.
I actually think LLC is an important conversation to have for independent authors, because if you were hypothetically to get in trouble for copyright infringement on your books, let's just say you used a cover that you didn't have the rights to use.
Let's just say you wrote like Rachel Hollis for a day. Let's just say you...
Fair. But if you are publishing under an LLC as a publisher, you're protected behind the company, so they can't go after you personally. They can only go after the company.
That's cool.
Yeah, so right now, I'm actually in the process.
I'm not a lawyer. Don't quote me. I'm not a lawyer. Tell me.
My mom's a lawyer, so I'll just ask her.
Take that legal advice from me. No, I am not a lawyer.
I have this later in the book I'm working on a million times. So I'm like, by the way, I'm talking from my experience. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a lawyer. Please seek their advice before you make any big decision. But this is the advice that worked for me.
I have to make a clear amount of lawyer. Like the last thing I want is for someone to sue me for to pull a Rachel Hollis and give advice for something I'm not registered.
Well, yeah, I think she just does everything legally. Everything is legal, but it's just shady, you know? Yeah, I'm in the process. I need to change my LLC registration right now because I am under Forever Home Friends LLC is my business name, but I kind of want to, like, because right now I have Savvy Liza registered as a sole proprietorship and Forever Home Friends as an LLC because it's like a separate business, but I feel like I should just make like Savvy as one business, Savvy LLC, and then under like Forever Home Friends will just be a division of it. I feel like that'll probably be better in the long run, but I haven't done that yet because there's too many things to do.
I'll get to it eventually.
All right, Sherry has to go. Thank you for being here, Sherry. All right, we've been going on like 2 hours now. Doll is about to fall asleep, which is understandable.
Well, she's a lucid dreamer, so I can understand why they would want to go to sleep.
That's true. That's true.
It's a literal sleepover this time for me.
Yes. So we'll probably wrap up the stream in just a second, also because we've been going about 2 hours, and last week I went 4 hours, and one of these days StreamYard is going to cut me off because I don't have a paid plan. So,
But not this day.
But not this day. I have
not
enough hours left to do the rest of the streams for the month, so there's no problem. We'll be fine.
Shout out HBO Max for having all the Studio Ghibli films.
Shout
I
out.
love those. Love those.
That's all I got.
Spirited
Shout out
Away
Hollywood.
is my favorite. I love Spirited Away.
That scared me as a little
Spirited
kid.
Away is great. Yeah, okay. Spirited Away scares me as an adult.
Yeah, it still kind of scares me
And
now.
I didn't watch it as a kid. I've only seen it as an adult. So but I was able to easily point out, like, that would have scared me so bad as a kid. That would have scared me so bad as a kid. So I think it's probably good I didn't watch it as a kid because I don't think I would have a positive association of it.
My little brother was obsessed with Ponyo for like quite a few months, and he would play it on repeat, and he'd be like, Ponyo, like do the song all the time, and it was just on repeat for months. So now, like, I watch the movie, and I'm like, I know every word to this. I'm okay with it.
I saw Spirited Away for the first time this weekend.
It's so good, isn't
It's so
it?
good.
It's so good.
Oh my god. I watched it when it came out in 2001. I was a kid, and then I rewatched it in my early 20s, and I realized how much that film influenced me as a person and how much it influenced my art as a musician. And I was like, wow, that film really stayed with me. So it is one of my all-time favorites.
What is everyone here's favorite anime? Before we go, say your favorite anime.
Doll is my favorite anime.
Cardcaptor Sakura was my favorite, and that's the only anime I ever watched. So Sailor Moon, okay, but besides the popular ones, I mean, Cardcaptor Sakura was my favorite.
Great. And the rest of you?
I don't think I've ever watched any. Like,
I'll go super basic and go FMA Brotherhood.
Okay. My favorite anime is Azumanga Daioh. And my second favorite anime right now is I'm watching the anime adaptation of the Ace Attorney video games. So that's pretty great too.
Also known as your third most popular video, right?
I think it's my fourth most popular video now, because now my most popular is I got my boobs number 1 will always be popular. Then my video on Micah Stauffer. Then my video on Rachel Hollis's divorce. And then my alignment chart on the Ace Attorney games.
It's getting pushed so far down.
I know, it's number 4 now because it only has 8,000 views.
the horror.
My videos have such a range of views. Like, they either get like 70 views or they get like 20,000. Like, and I'm at the point where I'm like, I need to like just focus on the videos that get like legit views.
Yeah, but at least they get the legit views.
Oh,
That's
it's
awesome.
very
though.
rare. Some of them do. It's very rare. The first one that did was because I talked about my boobs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
before you even
I
had. That
still
was like
don't. I still haven't found my. I still haven't found my video uploads. Not yet, but I'm patient.
Doll, when are you
It
gonna?
happened.
Doll, make your video about J.K. Rowling. That should take off because she is in hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Savvy got a solid 1,000.
Yeah, but
J.K. Rowling.
yeah, but
I'm on Savvy's panel
the
right now.
thing is she? Is that turf really worth it? Nah, I already got
because you were
really
going
mental
on
with
about
Micah, and I don't know.
how mad you were at
You can
her.
monopolize on her mistakes.
Yeah, you can profit off of her mistakes.
Profit off of her failures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Yeah. I actually opened my Pottermore account today for the first time in a few years.
Oh wow.
And I was like, huh. And then I closed the Pottermore account.
Yeah. As a kid, I liked Harry Potter, but I never got that into it. I just never finished it because I feel like I grew up with it. I was always the target audience for it, so I read them while they were really popular as a kid, and then I just stopped reading them at some point. It wasn't a conscious decision. I just stopped partway through and just didn't pick them back up.
Harry Potter is the first book series I ever read, or at least that I could ever remember reading. I never read Magic Treehouse. I started Harry Potter in first grade, and of course the first graders read slow, so it took me a few years, and I finished them in third grade. And I really, really liked them, but I only read them once because I was obsessed with them. My dad's like, okay, you can't read them anymore. You're talking about them too much. So then I started reading Percy Jackson, and
yeah,
I
need to read Percy Jackson still.
Oh my god, they're so good.
I ordered some of them to read. I'm excited.
Don't even bother.
Oh wait, you guys can have a fight.
No.
Wait, I do need to read them so I can. I don't want to argue with Doll about them. I want to agree with Doll about them because I feel like agreeing with Doll would be. Well, Doll, I think her argument, I think, is that they're ableist. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. A lot of monsters have terrible eyesight. Okay, Riordan. Okay, a lot of monsters have terrible eyesight. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'll give you that
Go to
one.
hell.
But
That's true. I have noticed that a lot of times, a lot of books, it's not just him. It's a lot of authors that think it's acceptable. The villain has this disability, and that makes them evil. And it's that's not what doesn't make any sense.
I will give you that one. One thing I love about Riordan is he started out with a white, straight male main character, and from there, in his entire the reason he wrote his books, Percy Jackson, was it started as a bedtime story for his son who had ADHD and dyslexia and wasn't represented. So Riordan started the series off of to represent his kid, and he saw what a great impact that was for his son and for all the kids with ADHD, which I have ADHD, and I didn't know that until a year ago, but I've always kind of known because Percy would do things in the book and I'd be like, I do that. And then from there he saw the great impact and added in LGBT representation, POC, he built off of that because he was learning. And yes, I do give you the fact that there's a lot of blind monsters.
Yeah, that sounds like
and they all have to die, and they all have to be killed, and they all have to disappear, and they are all evil and creepy. And I'm a blind suicidal person. I'm not even gonna go there. I fuck that guy. I hate him. I know he's learning, but I mean, I understand your argument, but dude, I am in the audience that should be killed. Okay. He has a thing for against physical and notorious disabilities, not just the blind monsters, but Grover was this creature, this setter, that as a human he was paraplegic or something, or he had walking crutches and things like that.
Crutches,
and there was a part of the book, and there was a part of the book where Grover disappeared because Grover was looking for Pan and stuff like that. So look, I read the freaking thing. So I have my arguments in place. And then
they were very worried about Grover, and they were like looking for they were trying to. Percy was trying to like see if he had a magic link because they were friends and stuff and blah blah blah. And Percy, remember that he has no soul. Remember that that he's soulless. You cannot sense him because he has no soul. I was like, fuck you, Riordan. So notorious disabilities are soulless evil creatures that have to die and disappear and get hurt and wah wah wah. But dyslexia and ADHD are okay because they are invisible disabilities. And fuck you, Riordan. I have no time for that bastard either.
You should make a video on this. Have you already? Then I didn't see it yet. Val? You still there?
What?
Have you made a video on the Percy Jackson books and the problems with them?
I briefly criticized it on the collaboration on No More Ableism in Books. I dropped a lot of monsters have terrible eyesight.
Yeah.
I already dropped that one. And I said
I'm
not even gonna go into.
Do it. You'll get the views. Do like Rick Riordan, I don't know how to say his name. Rick Riordan is ableist, and just pound into it, like, because a lot of people aren't making that video. Most people that I've heard from are saying how the books are all great. So you should make that and go off. Like you'll carve a niche right there. That's what helped me carve a niche when I started, because everybody loved Girl Wash Your Face and I hated it. There were no negative reviews of it on YouTube. So I made the first one. The thing is that
the thing here is that the difference between your niche and mine is that I am very alone in my opinions because I happen to have a notorious disability, and a lot of people who don't have any disability at all, or not visible disabilities, they don't pick up on those things. I do because precisely because I am the monster that has to be killed.
I don't think you'd be alone in your opinion, though. I think if you explained it, you would. A lot of people would, or even if people disagreed, I think they would give you credit for saying that. So
yeah, I had never thought about it that way.
Yeah,
because
So I think you might open someone's mind to a new perspective rather than having them be like, nope. I think people would. I don't think you would be alone in it.
It happens a lot in different books. I mean, it just happens that J.K. Rowling and Riordan are like the two big ones, just the two big dogs. But this happens so much in fantasy and even in sci-fi. Like the person with a disability has to be killed. I just watched a video by Kim Stern, or what is her name? No, Sim Kern. Sorry, their name is very unique.
Yeah.
But
I saw their video on ableism too. It was really good.
On Station 11.
Yeah.
Station 11, that also had a disabled character that ended up on a wheelchair, and they were like, okay, maybe you just have to kill yourself. Okay, I will kill myself. I was like,
I hadn't read the book, but I was like, what? They did what?
That's a...
Yeah, I mean, it happens so often. That's
awful.
It happens so often that whenever people are like really gushing about a fantasy book, I am very hesitant. Like, I haven't read Game of Thrones because I know I am going to find something, and I just don't wanna. So I don't even waste my time.
I haven't read Game of Thrones either.
Because fantasy is incredibly ableist because it comes out of me.
Yeah.
I watched the show, skipping over the inappropriate parts because I just didn't feel like watching them. And it's fine. It like, for some reason they have this thing about having every woman in the show be sexually assaulted, like it's really bad.
Ugh,
or like about to be, or something like that.
Yeah, I really don't want to go into that. No, definitely no. I don't want to go into that. I'm asexual, and also I'm sex repulsed, so that's not for me either. It's I'm not gonna go there. But I'm sure that if I watch it, I'm gonna find some blind creature that has to die. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find something wrong with it.
I haven't seen or read any of Game of Thrones, so I have no idea.
I just.
Tuesdays are.
I mean, it's like fantasy, and I said it in that video that I made.
A lot of people are thinking you should make this video. So Tuesdays Art says you sold me on a doll, and then Valley Schaefer says If Doll makes that video, I'm 100% watching it. As a physically disabled person, I'm always struggling to get that positive representation, and it's not cool.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
good
think you
to
got
know
an
that. I mean, I
important
already
point
touched upon it. I have a video about that.
there.
I already have a video about it. It's on my channel. It's part of a collab. People can go and watch it where I touch upon blind representation in books. If you want me to do like a follow-up and talk about Riordan and actually roast both Rowling and Riordan like in a because I already
Roast.
did kind of, but
It
like
would be
in
such
a
a great
yeah, I'm gonna
alliteration
roast.
title, The Roast of Rowling and Riordan.
Yeah, I've actually never even thought about it that way because to
Okay,
me, like, I just didn't get that
Yeah.
view because to me, Riordan or whatever, Uncle Rick is that's what everyone calls him because no
Yeah.
one can pronounce his
Oh,
last
boy.
name.
Uncle, yeah, that
It's-
makes
Oh
sense.
boy.
It's a representation of something I can relate to, and I think it is super important that there is still faults to it,
Yeah.
and I would never even think of it that way because
Yeah.
And that happens. Like, one of my favorite books of last year, Doll did a review and she hated it because there was this whole thing about how blindness was weakness, and I didn't even notice that it was there. Like, I didn't even see because I was just totally immune to it. Like, I didn't like I was ignorant of it, and I was like, I didn't even remember that being a part of the book. And then I was like, whoa, oh wow, it's totally reasonable grounds for you to hate it.
yeah.
Divided by Sight also says wah wah.
Yeah.
I still feel bad for roasting that book in the sense that she's a small author and I didn't want like an independent
you were
author and I
fine.
really didn't mean to roast her that way.
And here's the thing,
But,
though.
yeah,
I think that's
but
like,
come
if
on.
someone really doesn't like
But-
something in my book, I would rather them roast me rather than
Yeah.
pretend they like it. And because that way I know that the positive reviews are real, for one thing. And I also like know that my book is even reaching people
Yeah.
who don't like it. So it's
Also,
having a
if you do it unintentionally, you can like not do it in the future.
Yeah,
like if it's
so she
something you did
probably-
unintentionally, be like, "Oh my god, I didn't mean to hurt anyone." So in the future,
Yeah.
I'm going to not do that.
I think she also learned from it because I remember her talking about it after that. And
I actually had a good yeah. She was talking to me about it too. Like we had
Yeah.
a very like civilized. She's an amazing person. I really like her as a person. It's just that I told her it's really not your fault. I mean, I roasted you in that video. I roasted the book, yeah, but like it's not really your fault. I mean, you're a fantasy writer, and fantasy writers learn off of mythology, and mythology in itself is incredibly ableist. I mean, it comes from the past.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
comes from this culture and mindset where everything that was different was evil and should die, and witch hunt and inquisition and stuff like that. You know, the Dark Ages. So. I mean, you guys, this is why I am so hesitant about the fantasy genre, because a lot of writers don't even think about it. It's just there, you know, for them to use and twist and make their own twist based on mythology things. And I'm like, yeah, but so we had a very interesting conversation, and I just think Nicole is a very, I mean, she has the skill set to become an amazing author in the sense that
She does, I
she
agree.
listens and she
Yeah.
learns. And that takes balls, and I
Yeah.
have a lot of respect for her out of that. I mean, I'm sure if I try to educate J.K. Rowling on this, she would be like,
oh no,
well,
she would not
I mean,
listen.
she's gonna
She
be
would
well,
never.
but
She's
in this
a
text
pretty
of mythological origin,
like,
I'm gonna be like,
I
bitch,
have read-
please.
I have read books by trans people, and it's like, have you really? Did you just not listen then?
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, I have
And then
read
I
books by
saw this
blind
girl
people.
today. Okay, I'm starting some drama. I saw this girl today put out this video, and she had the audacity to be like, so most trans people, this girl's not trans, by the way, and she was like, most trans people actually agree with J.K. Rowling. It's mostly the non-trans activists that are against. And I was like, what? So I like in her comments, I was like, here's a video by a trans woman about J.K. Rowling that you can watch where she's talking about how she's wrong. Here's another video by a trans woman talking about another concept that you got wrong right here. And like, watch videos by actual trans people. I don't
Did
know
you-
who you're talking to that you said that
Did you
thought
did you
that she
link
was
the video
right.
by Marcus?
What? What?
Did you link the video, the long essay video by Marcus Regis? Because that video
I told
is
her to check out
wonderful.
Marcus's video is excellent. I was like, Marcus, because I watched Marcus's full like hour-long breakdown of it, and he did a perfect job. I then shared it in my community tab because I was like, he did a way better job on the J.K. Rowling video than I did. He like picked each also because I had the misfortune of my J.K. Rowling video went out like an hour before she tweeted her turf manifesto.
Sucks.
I like put
so
it out
bad.
and then
Yeah.
someone commented, they're like, she's at it again. And I was like, wait, what? What did she do now? So, but anyway, his video was so well done. So everyone should check it out. I did link it on my community tab. And I did tell this girl, I was like, watch his video. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't go on with my own roasting video was Marcus's video, because I was like, okay, Marcus already did what was needed to be done, so yeah, he already did it.
Yeah,
I don't need to talk about this. But if people want me, if people want me to roast both the Rowling and Riordan, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And Tuesday, if you're still in the comments, yeah, Tuesday, if you're still in the comments, I need to collab with you on that one.
Yeah, Tuesday's
awesome.
Specifically on these authors might grab more attention than a video on a general subject. People immediately pay attention when people call out their faves. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I would watch the video if it came up on my thing being like, no, he didn't! And then be like, oh.
Yeah. It's a learning experience. Yeah. I think that's awesome.
And especially if it's a balance of like roasting and like informing, like, he did something wrong or she did something wrong, and here's how you fix it.
Yeah, I like it. Well, that was a fascinating discussion. I'm glad we had it. I think I'm
that woke me up.
Doll woke up.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to have all of your points of view here on this stream, and I'm thankful for everyone in the comments today. Probably going to close down the stream because we're coming up on 2.5 hours, and I am probably gonna go fall asleep somewhere. I don't know. But thank you guys all so much for being here. Before we go, everyone plug your channel one last time. Sam's in the comments real quick. We gotta say hi to Sam. Hello, Sam. Glad you're here. All right, CB Friends,
Sam.
Tell us about your channel.
My name is CB Friends. I am a teenage young adult fantasy author, so I have that point of view from someone who is a young adult coming into that genre. My channel is going to be about writing advice, writing as a teenager, general fun writing stuff. I'm CB Friends on like all of the social medias, and yeah.
Awesome. RK, tell us about your channel.
Oh, we're going clockwise. Nice.
I like to mix it up. It's clockwise this time.
I dig it. What about my channel? If you're from South Africa or Finland, you'll feel right at home. I react to music from a literary angle, I suppose. I like to dive into the lyrics and explore tone, promises, features, plot. I don't know, anything. I just like listening to music from a writer's point of view, and I write really shitty children's books.
Can you sell yourself short? Everybody likes your children's books.
I'm sure they're not shitty.
Yeah. Doll, tell us about your channel.
Okay, I am that sassy blind person who's always calling out ableist writers. Hello.
Yes, you are.
I am Dulce Silverno, the partially blind alien from a distant galaxy who's an own voices author. And I write science fiction. I should clarify this. I write adult science fiction. It's not YA. It's not YA. Okay.
Not delivery.
The metal is coming out of me. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. So I write adult sci-fi. I write a couple of poetry. I have a couple of poems on my channel if you want to check that out. And I like exploring other genres like thriller, crime, fantasy, and sometimes romance and magical realism in my short stories. Because short stories are short, and it's good for exploring other genres before I write the damn book. So yeah, I am that blind alien, and I am also the tough of AuthorTube, and that's why I roast everybody. I guess.
Love that comparison.
And we have a
we have a podcast with RK Gold. It's called The Runaway Nomads. Yeah, we have a
So
show. It's
excited
called
for
The
that.
Runaway Nomads, featuring me and RK Gold, where we discuss Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Oh
the
my
show, and
Yeah.
we go
Wait
2
to
episodes
listen to
per
that.
each stream. So yeah, don't check that out.
I love it. All right,
Me
guys,
too.
I'm Savvy from Savvy
First
Writes
episode
Books.
is on my channel.
Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah,
Know what I'm doing?
Podcast when I get around to editing the audio.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm Savvy from Savvy Writes Books. On my channel, we talk about life as a small business owner and an author and how those things go together. And then we tear apart the business scammers and the self-help book writers. Not all self-help book writers. For example, Lisa, who's on this stream a lot, is a legitimate self-help book writer because she's
Lisa is
actually an
great.
expert. She's great.
Lisa is great.
I'm talking about the people that are trying to sell you business advice without any qualifications. Those
Evil
who sell
people.
you entrepreneurship and sell you the dream. We roast them. Last Monday, we talked about Rachel Hollis's divorce, and on Friday, we are going to be talking about Scientology. So make sure you're subscribed. I will see you all again soon. But in the meantime, don't forget to support small businesses. Happy Writer Wednesday, everyone. Bye.
Go watch some ASMR.
No.